The veneers are shaking. The crime stories are shaking. The cargo is shaking. Los Angeles is shaking. The presidential election is shaking. I don't know who's shaking, Lil Yachty or Caribou. Coach Stormy is shaking, and she's had a really tough year. So for those who don't know who Coach Stormy Wellington is, she is an entrepreneur and she is a business coach, helping thousands of women make extra money, millions of dollars, allegedly. Well, earlier this year, she was in trouble with the law for some of her advertising. Say she could make millionaires out of everybody. Basically, she got in trouble for her business pitch. But I didn't do a story on her because I heard nothing but good things behind the scenes. I heard about real people, primary sources of people that were making that real extra income. Although some of her tactics are harsh, I heard that they work, and that's coming from a journalistic standpoint. Well, Stormy got scammed, allegedly scammed. She's working with a stylist named Shaq Palmer. Looks as though he's a stylist for the stars. Well, she's got 200,000 worth of Birkin bags missing, and they were under his watch. There's a lot to this story. Let's talk about it. So although Coach Stormy is stressed and on the couch, baby, she's moving those fingers because she is posting still some of her events. Now, this is Coach Stormy again. You can see her in her real regalia. She has a company called Girl, Hold My Hand. Now, I really enjoy her, and at one time she was helping people sell the NutriBurst. Funky Dineva was working with her, and he said it was about $1,000 extra a week. That is somebody's rent. There was people that was working with Mona. Don't call me white girl. She wasn't working with Mona. She was working with Mona's friend. And even Mona said, my friend was making thousands. And there's people that I've met that have said, hey, if you have a real entrepreneurial spirit and a skill for salesmanship, yeah, she'll take you far. If you don't have that, you won't get far. This is not for people who are not people. Well, with this kind of money and this kind of stuff going on, she's going to be a lady with the Chanel's, with the Birkins, with the Balayage, with the stack wrist. She's going to give what you're supposed to give if you're trying to sell your brand, which is luxury, and real luxury items is what she has. So when she started working with famed stylist Shaq Palmer, she really trusted him. Now he's hopping out. The caption says, Balenci, like, you get it, right? But I was able to go back and look and see where he has styled for reputable sources. In 2021, here's him with Young Miami, working on the set of Carisha Please. I saw he worked with Sexy Red, Sukiyana, Portia Williams. It looks as though he's really worked with some of the girls and on some major projects too. So it's sad that maybe his reputation might go up in smoke with this Stormy Wellington situation. Now, I saw where he had an issue with Carisha and actually got one of her $38,000 Birkin bags taken out of the car. He left it in the car. There were people in the comments that were up in arms, but I'm going to let him speak first. Watch this clip.
Like 3 weeks ago, I picked up my client's Birkin bag to take to cleaners, the bag cleaners. The bag was left in the car for a couple hours. The bag goes missing. We're talking about a $38,000 bag. At this point, what the fuck do I do? There's nothing else to do but to replace the bag. I'm finna go in this girl house and tell her, the bag really got stolen. My client thinks that her bag is still at the cleaners getting cleaned after 4 weeks. I had to come out of pocket and buy a fucking new one for $38,000. Bitch, I'm devastated. Okay, so I'm here with Carisha. No, it's not a surprise. Remember I picked your bag up to take it to the cleaners? And I had other stuff in the car? Somebody stole everything out of my car, including your Birkin. So I had to buy you a new one for $38,000.
What?
I'm devastated.
But it's not the same one?
It is. This is the same bag. Michelle's same bag. $38,000.
So when you go and you see that video, these are the comments. Where's the police report, etc.? Insurance should have paid if his car was really broken into. Because you see the story that he told. It takes 2 to 3 weeks to come from China, replacing that $38,000 Birkin bag. But if he's been working with people since like 2021, he might have $38,000 saved to be able to be, backing up his mistakes. It says his insurance would have covered that if his car had been broken into. and said she better go get it authenticated and make sure he ain't buy a fake. Now that's what I was thinking. I was like, I would actually take that to somebody, because at this point you can go to China and get the matching one. She's like, I don't even leave my laptop in the car. When I exit my vehicle, why on God's green earth would you leave a $38,000 anything in a car unattended? Birkins are not same day purchases. This is another thing too. To get a Hermes Birkin bag, you have to be on a list and they have to approve of you purchasing one. So I was like, it says Birkins are not same day purchases. Wait list, appointments, we all know that. Why would the algorithm bring me here? These are things that I thought, and I was like, I'm glad that they're kind of speaking for me. The new one is not real. That's the scam. So the $38,000 bag that he could get to somebody for a $20,000, and it was Carisha's, so probably at least 28. Tell them to knock 10 off. That's $28K in your pocket. Go ahead and grab her a $10,000 one from China in 4 weeks, because you got time to ship it and you'll be okay. She's thinking her bag is at the cleaners and it's been gone. Now, the Neighborhood Talk posted a stream of information about what Stormy found out. She was on the phone with someone who I think was like a middleman in this situation. And they're like, hey, where are my bags? He's like, I sold them bags already, baby. She's like, why are my bags brought to you? He's like, they brought them there. He sold them to me. So just watch this clip and we'll come back again.
So, but you have it. It's on your site for sale.
I don't have it. I don't have these bags, and I deal with him, and I don't have these bags.
But Shaq told me that you have my bags, and he's having an affair with you, and your wife knows, and he told me this on video.
Ma'am, I don't know
so
what he told
said that I'm going to come there, and I'm going to call the police from your place, because evidently you know who I am.
Please, come, do whatever you want. Because I don't have your bags. He sold it to me. He get paid for that, and I sold it over. I don't have them. You have to deal with them.
But you bought stolen bags. Why did you buy stolen bags?
Who said that? Who said the stolen bags? Who said
You know those bags belong to Stormy Wellington. You know those bags were not Shaq bags.
It's one second. It's on the bags side. Everyone noticed it's stolen bags. It belongs to someone else. He brought me a lot of business, and he brought these bags many times, and it's not the first time he brought me this.
So after that clip, I said, it's not looking good. So we got another person in the comments, according to Neighborhood Talk, they said, nah, you sold it like you did my Coach bags. And that's, I am LaShawn K. Johnson. Now you sold it like you did my Coach bags, liar. Spelled liar wrong, but we get the point. This person, Kitty the Big Purr, they said he used to go to my old job and gossip about people and talk about his dating life with my old manager. I was the receptionist at a large exotic car rental company in Miami. Something about his energy never felt right to me. He always wanted a free rental or a discount. I forgot to mention also, if my memory serves me correctly, while I was working at the rental agency, he rented a G-Wagon and his luxury luggage allegedly got stolen from the G-Wagon. Not saying he's lying, but I don't know why history is repeating itself. So it's looking like scammer alert more than just baller alert, okay? Now, Stormy had posted this 14 hours ago, and she said at least she, talking about Carisha, got her Birkins back. Everything about this guy is giving very much scam likely. Is giving, okay, so now you're connected to this exotic car place. You're hopping in all these cars, Balenci. And I know you worked with these people for years, so I would never want to discredit if you're on your local luxury law. I'm not mad about that. But a $200,000 worth of Birkins, you would have to go to prison. You would have to go to actual prison about my bags, because that's too much money. That's a nice house. Not in this economy. No.
5 bags from you, you become hospitalized because you're that sick that a pussy-ass punk will try you and steal almost $250,000 worth of purses. This lady's literally sick right now. Bitch still